What is up, my children, my babies, my lovelies? Oh my goodness, y'all. I am so excited to be back again with another episode. And I know it looks really, really different. First of all, we're on video and audio. And the audio sounds better, y'all.
Audio.
It's a whole bunch of new stuff today. But what's even better is that I have a very special guest with me, y'all. I am so excited to bring my girl on Child, please, y'all. And I'm gonna just let her introduce herself.
Child, please.
Tell her what she's all about. And we're gonna go ahead and get into it today, y'all, because we got a juicy topic. Okay, so first of all, Zaria, tell us about yourself.
Okay, so what's up, y'all? It's your girl Zaria. Well, my name is Zaria, but I should be known as Z Monet. So
Period.
Everybody, that's my radio name, Z Monet. And yeah, I do media. I be dabbling into radio. I do all of it. So, tap in. I'm on Child Please, because Child Please.
Because Child Please.
Period.
Period. And y'all, we met because we actually had an internship together, y'all.
Exactly.
And like literally, I swear to y'all, this girl is like my little twin flame.
Right.
Like, it's such a short period of time. It's such a short period of time. We've got a chance to get to know each other.
Exactly.
Like, I had to bring her on Child Please, y'all. So every time we get together too, we always have such good conversations. Like, we get down to earth, but not even just that. Exactly. And we just be vibing. And so we was like, you know what? We need to put it on camera.
Exactly.
So y'all can see how we really get down. So
how we really do it.
First of all, today, y'all, we're going to be talking about such a big topic, which is colorism. As of course, y'all can see, me and Zaria are definitely two different skin colors, but we both black. Like, you know what I'm saying? Two different skin colors. Shout out to the light skins, shout out to the dark skins, but just shout out to the black girls in general.
Shout out to black women. We're phenomenal.
You
gotta know that. You gotta know that.
We are beautiful.
Period. We're beautiful. We're phenomenal. All different skin complexion shades. We definitely have to get into that today.
We have to get into that today.
We got it.
Because I will say, like, first of all, and this is just a vulnerable moment, just being with Zaria and just being with people that, are lighter skin tone than me, I have had different experiences, but it's experiences for me that's teaching me, learning more about me, but also too, just seeing what the world is in general. Right. And that's why it was so important for me and Zaria to like come together and just share both of our different personal experiences with just being a black girl in general. Okay?
In general. Because, a lot of people say I ain't a black girl, but I'm definitely a black girl.
Right.
I definitely am. Oh, I forgot to tell y'all, we got our wine.
Oh, yeah, girl. Let's clink. Before we even get into it, we got to take a little sip.
We forgot to clink.
We didn't drink nothing today. We need to drink to that.
But for one, like we was talking about, like I am a lighter skinned female, and I feel like some light skins don't understand. Like I will speak for dark skinned women. Some light skins don't understand. They don't understand what you're going through. They don't understand like what you're feeling. And sometimes light skins can make others, how can I say it, feel like, oh, you're hating or you're mad or you're this and that because you just calling out, you calling a spade, basically. Right. But, I will say, and Jai, you can speak on this, I will say there are some darker skinned females who do let that people pitting us against each other, light skin, dark skin, they do let it affect them, and they do let it have a way with people who ain't even trying to have that with them. You know what I mean? Like, exactly. They do let it make them a little bit like, I don't know.
Bothered.
A little bit bothered.
And that's why I feel like we need to get into that today.
Just a little bit.
Because we do have to call it out. Like she said, we got to call a spade for spade, right?
Yeah, because like I said, there's some light skins that think they this and that and woo because you light skin. Nah, shawty. You not. Right. You not.
Exactly. And that's why I feel like just being a darker skinned woman in general, and just like the way I've moved around about life, I feel like I had to learn after a certain point, right? I got to know that I'm beautiful before anything, before I be bothered about the next. You know what I'm saying? And that's just a lesson for any dark skinned girl. Like, listen and hear me out right now. Yes. You have to be comfortable within yourself, because we getting hate from everybody, including our own black men. You know what I'm saying? Our own families.
And that's what I'll touch on that. And that's why I say the light skins gotta hold some of these men accountable too. Girl. Because at the end of the day, like real stuff. At the end of the day, I don't want to be with a man that say he don't like dark skinned women.
Right.
That mean that like I don't got no competition. Like, what you mean you don't like dark skin? I want you to like me over everybody, not just a collective group of light skin girls. Oh, you only like this preference. No, I want a man that like everything. So I know that if you choosing me over everybody, not just the light skin clique. Like, I don't like that. I really think that's so shallow.
Girl, but not even just
it's so shallow.
It's childish.
Is it? Like, it's very ignorant.
Like, what is this? We are all black at the end of the day. And if you're sitting here secluding a certain skin color, for what? For what reasons? Like, what does that make you? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I've always, you know me, but I always talk to darker skinned people. That's always what I talk to. She don't know that I've always talked to them, but she know that somebody I talk to.
Well, first of all, why do you feel like you always talk to darker skinned ones?
Okay, for one,
let's talk.
For one, darker skinned men have always just been attractive to me because I feel like light skinned men think they too pretty. And like a lot of light skinned girls think they too pretty. Okay. I don't think I'm just too pretty. Like, I don't think that. But a lot of light skinned guys think they too pretty. Like, you ain't cute. I don't like that. I like something. I like it rough. I like it.
Right.
I don't know. Dark skinned men just have a look. Like, they so fine.
It's just something about a good.
It's something about a dark skinned man. They so fine.
It's just something about a good shot.
But I'm the light skin that's always said that I like dark skin. I've never like talked to light skins, then been like, oh, now I'm on a dark skin wave. Like, even when I was in middle school.
Right.
My high school boyfriend.
I feel like even when you do say your preference, and hear me out, everybody that's listening to this right now, I feel like even when she just stated her preference, she's not sitting here downing somebody else.
No, because I dated a light-skinned guy. Exactly. That's why I say I was in a relationship with a light-skinned guy.
Right.
But normally what I gravitate towards is dark-skinned men. I hate when men try to be, oh, that's your preference. I get the preference stuff.
Right.
But it's a difference between having a preference and just being racist or just being colorist. Right. Like, at the end of the day, there's a lot of dark-skinned bad women out here that look better than some of these light-skinned that you guys be talking to. But they will pick a color over really, because I done seen some women, bad bodies, bad this, that. She's dark-skinned, she's beautiful, and you would choose some light-skinned girl with a flat booty.
Girl.
And because you saying she look better. No, she don't. She just light skin.
Right, but also too, going back to what I was saying, like, what does that make you? Honestly, I feel like colorism nowadays is modern day racism, Zaria. Like,
it's modern day racism.
The way things have been lately, even when it comes down to celebrities telling darker skinned women, you can't come inside my section. Like, if you really sit and look at yourself,
colorism is based off of, I feel like, black people. Like, I feel like people of other races can be colorists, yes, but I feel like colorist is what we try to base it off of for black people, like black on black, like, because there's people who, you may not be racist, but you can be colorist. Like,
right,
black people, they be like, oh, I ain't racist, you colorist though.
But you being colorist and you're separating your own people. Like, we're trying to get away from racism, but we're causing modern day racism in our own group, and that's the main problem, right?
That's what I'm saying. We ain't gonna never get right. You don't want to talk about that. We're never gonna get away from racism because we inflict it on each other so much. Right. Like, we make each other like feel bad about our skin complexion. So how are we gonna like expect? That's what I'm saying. Like, how are we gonna expect that from other people to respect us in our color? Right. We don't even respect ourselves.
And we have to call ourselves out for that we have a hand in part of the racism continuing. Like, and it's a hard pill for black people to swallow, but like, we have a hand in it. Because if we got men sitting here treating somebody different just because of her skin color, that sounds the same as a white man telling a black person to do this because of their skin color. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
True say. Girl. And it's just like not trying to, and I hate that, oh, I don't want to have dark babies thing.
Don't like, even get me into that.
That's just
because that's another thing.
That's the most disgusting thing I've heard.
It's so disgusting.
It's very disgusting. I don't like it.
Why? And you're black as hell.
I want my kids to be darker than me though. I ain't gonna cap though. Why? I do want them to be darker than me because, like, I don't know. I just don't want them to be called white girl and this and that. I don't want them to be confused. Like, that's a lot of things with being light skinned. I will say, like, no, we don't just have a hard life. I don't like when some light skins be like, well, I was bullied and picked on because I was light skinned. Right. Okay, girl, we get it. Right. But that's not really. I'm just saying, like, I don't want my kids to not be able to look at them and tell they're black. Cause I hate when people confuse me with being anything other than black.
Right.
It really annoys me. Like, as a light-skinned person, I hate that. Do not confuse me with anything other than black, because it will really annoy me. Like, some people think I'm Spanish. Some people think I'm this and I'm that.
I ain't gonna lie, I thought you were Spanish.
And I'm like, got me no speaking that stuff.
I'm weak. Not that stuff, girl.
That's what I'm saying. I don't speak Espanol. My stepmom is Dominican, but that's my stepmom. We have no relation.
No blood.
No relation. That's what I'm saying. So at the end of the day, like, I just always was called white girl, always this, that. I hate when people call out my skin tone. Like, what's up, light skin? That will annoy me. Like, I know I'm light skinned.
Don't get me into that.
I know I'm light skinned.
Right.
Do you walk up to a dark skin and say, what's up, dark skin? No.
But again, why are we saying things like that? What is this, 2016? This is not light skin versus dark skin. Why are we separating each other
Why
like
do you
that?
have to acknowledge that I'm light skinned?
Why does everything have to be acknowledged?
Annoyed with that.
Like, you're doing way too much.
Stop
and who
it,
does that show in yourself? If you walking around here black as hell talking about what's up, light skin, there's some hate. There's some hate within yourself. We gotta go deep.
And I'm being honest with you, Jaya. I really hate it. Like, I really hate it. Like, do not try to acknowledge me for being my color. No, acknowledge me for being Zaria, Z Monet, if you really feeling frisky. You feel me? Do not acknowledge me of nothing different.
So first of all, what I really want to get into too is just like experiences, because what I love about just us being together right here on this couch is that there's two different, I don't know, there's just like two different vibes, but not even just two different vibes, two different perspectives on life. We've both been through very different things, and I want our audience who are different to see that, see that, you know, there's two different things, but we also come into same at one time.
And same territory. Like, we can, because like, there's things about me and you that we both look at each other like, oh, we do that. I do that. Like, with fashion, me and you with fashion, we could like tear somebody apart. We know, like, well, why did you do that?
Why the hell?
Why the hell? Child, please.
Child, please.
Okay. What? Why did you do that? But then there's other things like what Jaya more has on than me, and then, you know, there's other things like Jaya's can be a little bit reserved at first. Me, I'm just like, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am.
Right.
Like, I'm all in your face.
Right.
But that's just me, and I respect Jaya, because Jaya is not a person that's like me, but she understands me and lets me be me and doesn't judge me for being me. She's not like the person like, oh, but she be up in everybody's face. Oh, she do too much. I hate when people be doing that, because it's just like, that's just my personality and you have your personality. But don't try to rag on my personality, because your personality, you know, is your personality.
And just don't be a hater.
Love you. That's what I'm saying. Love yourself.
Why are we worried about the next?
Exactly.
Why are we worried about the next?
That's why I like about her. Ever since I met you, you never really just been worried about people. Like, you worry about yourself and self only.
But you know, and honestly, to get deep, I feel like it's because for a long time in my life, I've just been through so many experiences to where I had to get comfortable in myself, and I'm still working on it. Like, I'm still working on it to this day, y'all, to be comfortable with just not only me being a darker skinned girl, but just me being a tall girl, just me being, you know, just a lot of things that I've just been through.
You're a very confident person, though. I really love that about you. You know, I'm a little bit inspired by that, because, you know, I'm confident, but it be the people that they think will be the most confident is not. You know, not for real. So it's just like, I'll be looking at Jaya like, oh, she's very confident. She's headstrong. She has it together. She don't take no Okay, child, please. She don't take no please. Okay,
that means a lot, and that's why I could say the same for Zaria as well. That's why I'm like, let me bring my girl up here, because we gotta chat. First of all, just to get deep into just like life experiences, right?
Okay,
I want to talk about, you know, of course, a lot of people are gonna be like, you know, lights can have privilege, which Zaria, I feel like she acknowledges her privilege.
Yeah,
or whatever the
I
case
know
may
my
be.
privilege.
But I want them to hear about the things that you may have went through, or just being light skinned, not always feeling like, you know, you are being praised, but you've also been through a lot too.
Yeah.
So tell them about that.
So you talking about like the negative experiences?
This is the negative experiences, exactly, like
with girls and stuff.
With girls, like, you know, the things that you've just told me that you had to go through.
That's what I'm saying. Honestly, I'm not, like I said, y'all, because I hate when the light skins be doing this. I'm not the one to be like, oh, they did this, they picked on me. Because I'm really tough. I really don't care. Because at the end of the day, I know how our culture is set up and how we do make darker skinned women feel. So I can kind of understand why they can be upset, why they do take it out on like lighter skinned women. Because shoot, I would be mad too. Like how people make you feel about it. Like it's really ridiculous. But like I done had girls that, you know, like middle school, you only pretty because you light skin and this and that, and just like, I mean, I don't think you would look good light skin. I think you look beautiful dark skin. I don't think you're supposed to be light skin. Like, I don't think I would look good dark skin because I don't think that's what I was born into. It's not because dark skin isn't beautiful. And that's why I really want people to understand, like, growing up, I looked at my experiences as they didn't like me because of me, not because I was light skinned. Okay. You know, or whatever the case may be, because I wasn't trying to be looking at it that shallow. Maybe that has something to do with it. Like maybe them not liking me has something to do with me being light skinned, but I never try to look at it like, oh, these girls just don't like me because I'm light skinned. Right. Because I mean, it's so many things you cannot like me for. Like you cannot like me because I'm that girl. Like
I'm about to say
it can literally be my personality, because I have a big personality and I'm really nice to everybody, be up everybody's face, talking to everybody. But that's always been me. You cannot like me because of that. You cannot like me because a lot of things, you don't have to just not like me because I'm light skinned. I never tried to make that the sole focus, because that means that I'm a little bit colorist, I feel like. Because if I make it that my sole focus of like, oh, these girls don't like me because I'm light skinned, da da da, or whatever. And it's just like, well, I'm looking at you like, oh, you're not beautiful because you're dark skinned. Because why would I think you don't like me because of that? Exactly. You know what I mean? Like, you're beautiful. So I feel like sometimes I just never looked at it. So it's like, wasn't hard experiences, because I done got jumped before. I done, you just what I'm saying. I done had some stuff going on, but I never looked at it like, oh, it's because I was light skinned. I looked at it because I got a mouth too. I got a mouth on me. Like I have a mouth. Like I'm gonna say it. If you not gonna say it, I'm gonna say it. Like, Shawty, I'm not feeling you. Right. Whatever the case may be. So a lot of things had a lot to do with why it wasn't just because I was light skinned. That's how I'm looking at it. Like I feel like darker skinned women deal with a lot because of their skin complexion. Right. Like to not feel like you're wanted by men of your own race, girl, of your own complexion, and just to be wanting some exotic or this and that. What is exotic? What is exotic?
What is exotic?
Black is exotic.
Black is exotic.
Black is exotic.
Black is I don't know what. Like I'm so confused.
Black is exotic as hell.
But what if
I don't know what's wrong with these guys?
It's like so weird, because you're black as hell trying to tell somebody else something else, but
like
your mom is black.
Exotic, baby.
Right. Your mom is dark.
That's what I'm saying. Is mommy's
you know
giving
what I'm
exotic?
Saying? Like your aunt is this, so now you're disrespecting your family. Like you're just being disrespectful.
I'm saying, but what's more exotic than Africa? Like I feel like what's more exotic than African American? I don't know. People be tripping.
They be tripping for real. I want to get into my experience real quick. As a darker skinned woman, of course, you know, we go through a lot, right? But I've seen it in a different lens than maybe Zaria has. And I'm not even trying to downplay what Zaria has been through, because I know Zaria has been through a lot. And that's why I wanted to
No. As far as colorism, no. I have not been through a lot. Let's just clear that up. Okay. Darker skinned women definitely go through more. Don't ever say that, because that's not the truth. But I will say, as far as life experience, we probably have been through a lot of stuff, you know, but there's other things you can go through. But as far as colorism, no. Exactly.
No. Well, so first
not
of all,
even comparable.
As far as colorism for me, I feel like I was super, super blessed, first of all, to have a darker skinned mother who truly loved herself. I think my mom has been through experience as well. And so when I went through it rough, especially during 2016, when like it was so cool to have a white girl and it was so cool to have a light skinned girl and nobody was really messing with us, right? I was going through a lot.
So stupid.
Right. I went through a lot, like, you know what I'm saying? And my mom, girl, I'm trying not to get emotional, child. My mom was really there for me, y'all. Like she will always tell me that I was beautiful. My mom was my rock during that time. Yeah. And I think, you know, that's what was so important for a darker skinned woman to have. And I think for me, the reason why I try to stand so tall and so confident in who I am is because I want to be an inspiration for girls who look like me, because I feel like we need somebody confident who looks like
confident
yourself, you know
is
what I'm saying?
word.
So that's somebody that you can be inspired by. So I would not say inside of my family, my mom never downed me for being darker skinned, but my mom was always uplifting me. Whenever I would tell her like, oh, I wish my hair was this, or, oh, I wish I was light skinned, mom. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I'm not really in right now. Like nobody's really messing with me right now. And my mom would always just tell me I was beautiful. And I think that's really important. And so,
you are beautiful, friend.
Thank you, girl. I hate crying. Why am I crying?
But you are beautiful, though. You're a beautiful black woman, though.
Thank you, girl.
At the end of the day, see, that's why I say I'm a little gay. Okay, I be trying to tell these women they beautiful. They want to listen to these raggedy ass niggas.
Girl,
they want to listen to these raggedy ass.
Right, and that's the thing.
Why do y'all want to listen to these guys? Like, you know what I hate though with black women? They put so much, because I'm a black woman, but as far as like darker skin, they put so much into the word of these raggedy behind men. Like, who are they?
But let me tell you,
even the women do too. Women say dumb stuff too. But at the end of the day, I'm quick to tell somebody who is darker skin, you're beautiful, you're this, you're that, I like how you dress, I like this, I like that. And it's just like, that's not enough. We put, not even just dark skinned black women, women in general, we put so much into what a man says that it's sad because they're not checking for us at that time.
Right.
It's like,
but let me tell you something. Let me tell you why. Because I think this is where our experiences are different, right? Mm-hmm. So you know how the other day we was talking and you was just like, you know, Jai is very aware of her surroundings and she likes to make sure things like that. That stuff is really important to me, and I'm gonna explain to you why. Because it's just like when it comes to like Chris Brown, for example, telling, oh, dark skin woman secluded, can't come in. But not even just that. It's just that I have to be very careful because people will really like try to exile me because of the way I look. And it's just like, why?
Y'all, recently I had told Jaya, because I noticed that about her, but I was just trying to tell her basically like, if you're with me and somebody trying to exile you, I'm gonna exile them. Fuck, I don't care about that. Like it was my point was that. But at the same time, I have to understand that I've never felt that way, so I don't get it. Exactly. You know, in that moment, right? And I that's why I said I have friends that are darker skin. Like I always have friends that are darker skin, so I can understand, not to feel like I'm the bad bitch. Because my friend's bad too. Okay, my friend's bad too. I hate when people do that because like, don't try my friends. My friend's bad. Right. But I always try to keep somebody around me to keep me with the other perspective because I want to be in media. I want to be out here giving my opinion and things like that. I can't be spewing out crazy stuff. Right. And I have to have people around me who give me all perspectives. Right. And I noticed that about her. I'm like, bro, she's a person that, you know, she's going to make sure that everything is right before she pull up. Like she ain't on none of that. And it's just like, I can see where it comes from. I'm like, damn, like I don't ever want Jai to like feel like that. Like I hate that my friend has to feel like that in different situations, that she has to like basically, girl, like what's gonna be going on? Because I don't want nobody to like treat me like a stepchild, basically. And I hate when people do that, like to people in general. And it's just like that's something I would never understand. Right. And I'm able to know that.
Right. And I want to speak on this real quick because, you know, darker skinned women, of course, we talking about, again, the experiences that we go through. And I'm not just going to say that we always just like exile, push to the side, because we definitely do get treated like queens, you know what I'm saying, by the right person, by somebody people that's mature, by somebody that, you know what I'm saying,
that understands,
all that stuff like that, somebody that understands,
that loves you,
somebody that's open-minded. Because a lot of the times when these experiences do happen to me, it's by young-minded little boys, you know what I'm saying? And the reason why I have to check my surroundings a lot of times when we go out is because darker skinned women do seriously go through this stuff, especially in the club scene. And that's why, Zari, I never want you to get irritated with me, but it's just like, when I'm like, oh, whoever we're going with, I need to make sure, because I don't want nobody trying to treat me different, and I want to make sure my peace and my sanity is okay. But also, too, I'm going to just talk about the time that we went to the day party or whatever. And that whole situation that happened, and I just pushed it to the side because I was like, you know what?
Happened at the day party?
So look, I'm going to tell you. So
I was aware of this?
No, you wasn't aware of this. So what happened at the day party?
Oh my God! Something happened at a day party and I wasn't aware of it. And she didn't tell me.
Let me tell you, because I mean, I don't try to make anything a big deal. It is what it is.
Let's make it a big deal. Let's make it a big deal.
So it was a little boy. It was this little boy, and we gonna call him little boy because he was the little boy.
Let's make it a big deal.
He wasn't even cute. Nobody was checking for him, whatever the case be. And the funny thing about it is the usual ones that be saying all that crazy stuff out their mouth about dark skins be the ones that be looking a hot damn mess. Okay. So anyways, he was looking crazy. He had the glasses on or whatever. And he was passing around the blunt, right? And he was passing around the blunt. And
the one with the glasses was trying you? The dark skin one?
Right. So remember when he's passing around the blunt, he letting everybody smoke whatever the case may be. So he passed it to Zaria, and then he does this.
Please.
He does this. Right, child, please. He does this. He's like, okay, and give it to them. So first of all, I wasn't even reaching for his blunt, y'all, because it's monkeypox going on, and I don't really care anyway to even smoke his blunt.
First of all, it was hard to smoke.
Exactly.
It didn't pull.
It didn't pull.
It didn't even pull.
Look, drink
I
that.
said, okay, because that is not what it needs to be given. But next, my shit always pull. But next.
So he hands it to Zaria, and then he's like, skip over and then do this, and this. So I'm trying to figure out what he's saying, and then I pick up to what he said, and I'm like, okay. So I don't know if he thought I was reaching for it. Not once, y'all, did I ever reach for this blunt.
Oh my God, it's more.
But not once did I ever reach for this blunt, but he had to make sure. So I just told Zaria, I don't think Zaria even realized it, but Zaria was trying to hand it to me, and then I just was like, and I gave it to the guy or whatever.
Yes.
And so that's what I'm talking about. And that's why I'm just like, there's experiences like that I don't even let get to me. I was just bringing that up for an example, but it's just experiences like that where I just have to make sure. Nothing. Right, because I mean, why do I have to make that a big deal? You know what I'm saying? Like, why should I let that
We're going to get up out of section right now.
Right.
We're going to go right now. Because one thing about me, and then the other people that invite us in the section in the first place, because I knew of him from Instagram, I would let him know, like, hey, your partner, I ain't messing with him. We finna go. And it would have been raps.
But see, girl, here's the reason why we also can't even,
because we have poor Jaya. You need to stop acting like you're that girl, Jaya.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like,
you're that girl though. So we gonna leave. We don't need to be here with them.
But trust me, I understand that. But girl, let me tell you something. Here's the difference.
You're that girl.
If I
though.
was to sit there and respond and do something, what am I labeled as? I'm labeled as the angry black woman. That's why I'm trying to tell you. I'm like,
no, I get that part.
I can't even go.
I'm saying, why you ain't say nothing to me? I did not know none of this was going on.
Because girl,
and you say it on the podcast.
If I would have said something to you,
damn,
no, don't do that.
That's what I'm saying. You gonna say it on the podcast?
I'm saying
blow the spot. I'm like,
let me put the mic close.
Whoa, I was never aware of this.
Look,
you guys, I'm not a bad friend. I was never aware of this.
She's not a bad friend at all. It's not even like that. I brought it up on a podcast only for an example, just to show them, but also to show you.
But these are experiences that I need to know of, because at the end of the day, yes, I know you experience things,
right?
But you're a beautiful woman in my eyes. Like, I would never do. If I seen you, I'm like, bro, she's like model beautiful, because like you're tall, you got the legs, everything. Like, I would never treat you differently. So when it's kind of unbelievable sometimes. Sometimes I need to hear like this person is doing this and that, because like then I'm gonna look at them. Like, I don't like when people don't tell me something about somebody, and then I'm looking at this person like they're cool, and then you telling me that experience, now I'm like, ugh, he's a lame ass.
But see, the thing is,
he's
girl,
a lame
I didn't
ass
even feel the need. I'm telling you the real reason why.
And
because
he's
number one,
darker than you.
Right. He looked a hot mess, and that's what I'm saying. That's
and you look
a
hot mess. You look like freaking Sanford son. Like,
and that's why I didn't
with
let
the
it
glasses, looking very
he
lame,
looked crazy as hell, and that's why I didn't let it get to me, because it's
Urkel.
Just like,
he was giving Urkel.
He was giving Urkel. He looked a hot mess. We're at a day party at a club.
We're at a day party.
Good.
We're at a day party.
Crazy. And
hairline receding and everything.
Right. And that's why I'm not going to let that get to me, because at the end of the day, it's like, first of all, I'm not going to let that kill my vibe. I'm out here to party, to have a good time. You know what I'm saying? If you want to skip it over, skip it over. It is what it is. Like, I don't really give it.
Next time, let me know. Because, baby,
girl,
I wouldn't. But we're not with that.
Listen, it's okay.
We're not with that.
We're not with that at all. We never gonna be.
We're not letting our friends. One thing about it, we're going to bat for our friends. We're going to bat for our friends. We're not letting our friends out here. We're not letting our friends look crazy. We're not letting our friends feel bad. None of that. We're going to bat for our people.
Right.
So
and again, like, I don't even want to make it seem like it's like a sap story for dark skinned women, because we go through different experiences, whether it's just like exile or people who's treating us amazing or people who treat us as a fetish. Like it could go both ways. You know what I'm saying? But
because now people trying to jump on the dark skin wave, and it's like, bro, y'all was not even on the dark skin wave. I was the one on the dark skin wave. Y'all wasn't even on it.
And that's
now
why
trying to be on it.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. Like, just even to wrap it all up, like I know we were all over the place with this, but we're just saying all this because we're
really talking about colorism.
So many experiences.
We talk about colorism. We talk about interracial relationships. We're talking about friends and not understanding. You know, you talking about how your mom helped you.
I can't believe I cried, child.
Yeah, because your mom is like a real one for that. Because you know, a lot of dark skinned women, their moms always be kind of like the person that make it worse.
Yes, they do.
Because they be feeling their hate.
They do. And then they bring it out to their children. And that's why y'all, and I'm not even joking, like if some of y'all who's watching this and know me on a personal level and know what I do on the side, that's why I have the little things like my organization at school, the Stally Sisters, and like just all that little stuff, because I just love what my mom did for me and how she prepared me for the worst. And I feel like I have to be that inspiration for other girls, for other tall women, for other black women, for other darker skin women, for all that stuff, because somebody has to be in the limelight to let you know you're beautiful and it's okay.
Somebody has to be in the limelight to tell you you're beautiful.
Right. Because you have to.
Somebody.
This world is cruel, and that's why I'm just like, light skinned woman, dark skinned woman, you just have to know that you're beautiful. Because you will be a hater if not.
You will be. And let's just lastly on that. If you do not know, bro, if you not know you're beautiful, you will be a hater. And that's one thing that I like to touch on. It don't have nothing to do with dark skin, whatever the case may be. Women have to stop turning because men try to pit us together and pit us against each other and do all this and that. Stop turning that into hate and making you feel the way about another person that been nothing but nice to you or whatever case may be. Let that fuel you into like knowing how beautiful you are inside. And I don't need nobody to tell me nothing. Like a lot of women let that turn into hate. And now you around here talking about on the slick low.
Right.
Now you around here talking about it to a friend.
Right. Ha! Child, please. Drink to that.
Please. Clink, clink. And then you looking dumb. Because I don't do that. That's one thing I don't do.
Right. But my thing is like, us as women, we need to be standing together. Let the men talk. Let the men hate and let them try to pin us together all they want to. They're the biggest haters. And it's because inside they hate themselves, right? But at the end of the day, we can't be hating on each other.
We can't.
And feeding into what